Hello everyone. One of the common questions that many users have asked is what happens after H1B lottery? So if you look at the high level process flow, it looks like this, right? So employers file their H1B petitions for lottery in around April first week, and then the lottery happens. So if you get selected, you get something like a status, that case was received. Of course, it's different, if you do file a premium, we look at those details in a little bit. But if, it's once you get the received, if there are no issues with your case, you directly go to approved status. Essentially, you get your petition approved. But sometimes you have to go through additional steps, where they ask for documents and stuff like that. Then instead of direct approval, it goes to something called an RFE, request for additional evidence, and then it goes to employer, and your employer submits the evidence, and then depending on the document submitted, either get approval or a denial. So all in all, it's a very simplistic process, but the time it takes is pretty complex. Yeah. So what essentially happens is like this, right? So for premium processing, first you see a status called case was received, and a receipt notice was emailed. So this is how it looks on the USCIS website. You get a status like this when you put in your case number. It starts with usually like a WAC or a EAC or things like that. The second one is, if you go directly to approval, you get something called case was approved and my decision notice was emailed. Yeah. So this is how it looks essentially on USCIS site. This is for premium processing petitions only. Yeah. But if you do the regular processing, it's slightly different, where you see a status called case was received. And I know users who've been stuck in this status for actually 8 to 10 months. It's quite bad sometimes if you file in regular processing. So the wait is quite long because there is no SLA tied to it. So that's one status. And if everything goes well, you directly get case approved. Yeah, this is very simplistic status as well. But situations are like, you don't really end up in approvals all the time. So there are RFEs, means request for additional evidence. So then you see status something like this, right? So a request for additional evidence was made, and you see all of these information. Yeah. And sometimes after that, you actually submit the documents, your employer submits, then you see response to USA status, request for evidence was received. So with all of these information. This is a typical status, when you get an RFE, and of course, this, if you get this, it's kind of, it delays the overall process. But again, this is how it is, right? So, if some of them are not lucky, they get denials because of various reasons. So then, it's decision notice mailed, and it says decision notice mailed. Doesn't really clearly tell that your petition is denied. Sometimes it would just say the decision notice mailed. You see a status something like this. Again, sometimes it also shows that. So essentially, these are some of the statuses that you come across. Again, some of these are some very very high level guidance, right? Some of the specific text could change, depending on the year and things like that. But this is the high level status that you would see. You can sign up for an account on the website and get this status updated as well. So again, thank you for watching, and definitely subscribe for more updates.